Kelsey, I am telling you right now that I am not going to wear a modest and minimalistic A-line dress for my wedding. I am going to wear what I want, which is an extravagant ball gown style dress.
Okay, dear. Thanks for telling me.
I know that you're my mother-in-law, but I do not need you butting in on how my wedding should be. I am the star of my wedding day. Don't forget that.
What has gotten into you all of a sudden? I haven't said anything, and I wouldn't interfere with the wedding either. What's going on?
Don't you dare lie to me. I know your true nature. You put on this mask and make everyone think that you're this kind old woman, but in reality, you're evil. I know you're manipulating Lucas and forcing your opinions about our wedding on him.
What do you mean? I would never dream of it.
Ever since I was younger, I've always known what dress I would want to wear for my wedding. But then Lucas started talking about the dresses I tried on. He said that you told him that I have to wear a modest A-line style dress. Otherwise, I would look ugly. But you know that's not the dress I want to wear for my wedding. How could you say something like that?
There must have been a misunderstanding. Let's calm down and talk about this, okay? I did talk to Lucas about the wedding, but I never said anything along those lines. I never said that you would look ugly in anything, and I never mentioned you wearing an A-line dress at all. I am not opposed to anything.
What do you mean?
All I said was that I like the modest A-line dress styles that they had in the store. I never said anything else about what dress you should wear. And of course I know that it is your big wedding day, so I think you should be able to wear whatever you want. I wouldn't ever tell you what to do or say something like that.
Well, you must have come off way too strong. You didn't have to say anything about the dress to begin with. I bet that was your way of secretly telling Lucas what dress I should really wear. You are passive-aggressive and being sneaky about it. Because of that, your son, or should I say my soon-to-be husband, thinks I have to wear an A-line dress. Gosh, all older people like you are so opinionated and only cause problems. You're only doing this to me because you're jealous of how young I am. You're trying to live your dreams through me. Just stay the hell out of it.
You really think that I'm that old? And I'm really not jealous about anything. I'm trying to tell you that I didn't say anything about what dress you should and shouldn't wear. I made one comment about the dresses I saw in the shop. That's it.
Why are you so surprised that I'm calling you old? Aren't you going to be in your 60s soon? You're literally my grandma-in-law. Lucas said you were born in the early 70s. You need to realize how old you are and act your age. Not only that, but you also need to understand that your fashion sense is extremely outdated.
Why are you being so rude?
Lucas told me everything. You didn't get married until your 40s. That's why you're jealous of me getting married so young. You don't like ball gown dresses because you know that they suit me in my youth well. I know that you secretly plan on doing whatever you can to make my wedding as stressful and horrible as possible. All for the sake of your own jealousy.
Lola, please calm down. I wouldn't do something like that to you. I don't think about you in that way at all. I have no secret plans to ruin your wedding. All I want is to see you and Lucas happy on your wedding day. I only want what's best for the both of you.
I don't believe you. I know you want to change my wedding for your own satisfaction. Now Lucas and I are arguing about my dress all because you're manipulating him.
No, Lola. I really am not doing that at all.
You need to think more about the things you say and do. I am the bride, and this is my wedding. Next time I won't take this so lightly. If you say something again, you will regret it. Don't forget where you stand. You are below me.
Lucas, what in the world did you say to Lola to make her so upset with me? She's practically throwing a tantrum because of whatever you said about her dress. How could you do that?
Huh? What happened? Was Lola really that angry? Why?
Lola had a lot to say about the wedding and seems extremely worried that I'm going to try and influence it. She said that you told her that I said she must wear a modest A-line dress instead of the ball gown dresses because she would look ugly in them. I would never say that. You made her think that I'm trying to control her wedding out of jealousy. Now she definitely hates me.
What?
I have absolutely no opinions on how the wedding should be. I want the two of you to have a wonderful wedding, that's all. Now stop saying stupid things to make her upset.
Just hold on a second, Mom. What are you even talking about? She was the one asking me privately about your opinion on the dresses because she wants to make you happy. That's when I told her that you said you liked the modest A-line dresses. I also even told her that you liked the ball gown ones too and that they were pretty.
Huh? She asked for my opinion?
Yes, she did. She also told me that she was leaning more towards the A-line dresses anyway.
But I just got done speaking to Lola about the dress issue. She made a really big deal about how she was set on the ball gown dresses. She told me to stop butting in.
What? Really? She actually said that to you?
Yes, Lucas. She really wasn't happy with me. She said she's always wanted to wear a ball gown on her wedding day ever since she was little. That's why she was so angry with me.
But that's a lie.
What?
I'm really sorry I got you involved in this, Mom. It looks like Lola and I need to have a little talk about some things. So don't worry, I'll take care of everything.
Wait a second. What do you mean things? Is there more going on?
Well, there's been a lot happening lately. Lola has been speaking her mind a lot more, and she hasn't always been the nicest. She also has a lot of strong opinions.
What do you mean?
She's always been an indecisive person, and she's been telling me to do what I want with the wedding when I know she wants things to go her way. She said that she would wear a dress that you and I like, which is why she asked me for your opinion, but then she lashed out at you now. All I said was that you liked the A-line dresses. But I also told her that she looked beautiful in any dress.
Then I don't understand why she acted like that toward me. She made it seem like I was out to get her because I was jealous of her youth.
I really shouldn't have said anything to her. She was probably looking for drama.
She should have just chosen what she wanted in the first place. Why is she being like this? I have never seen her act this way before.
Yeah, she can be like that sometimes. But it looks like she completely changed her mood again and is excited about the wedding right now.
That's strange. She was really upset with me just a second ago.
I'll try talking with her again later. I just hope she doesn't get upset with me again. I think all of this wedding stuff is just getting to her.
She really shouldn't be behaving like this. The wedding also isn't an excuse to treat people horribly. I hope she's not actually just causing drama on purpose. I also don't like how you're afraid to talk to her because she might get angry again. This isn't sitting right with me right now.
Well, she was always troubled as a child growing up, so that's probably why she acts this way sometimes. When I was planning on proposing to her, she acted out like this too.
How so?
Well, she told me she didn't want me to propose to her or buy her an engagement ring. She said she would rather we just use the money for a wedding instead. But later, she got really upset about it. She yelled at me and called me stupid for not proposing to her.
That is very strange.
And now that we're getting married soon, she is really upset that she doesn't have a ring. I'm just trying to do the best that I can for her. I thought I've been handling her nagging pretty well, but now she's starting to bother you.
But Lucas, you shouldn't have to put up with something like that at all. I don't like this.
We fought again earlier today too about her not having an engagement ring. So I went out and I bought her one and proposed to her. And of course, the ring was expensive too, and right before the wedding.
Goodness, why is she such a troublesome girl? I'm sorry to hear that things haven't been going well. Maybe it's just all of the wedding stuff. It does get to people.
Yeah, I haven't been acting the nicest either, to tell the truth. Today has been one heck of a day.
That is a lot. I'm sorry to hear that. First she tells you she doesn't want an engagement ring, then later yells at you for not having one. Then she asks for our opinions on the dresses, but doesn't actually want our opinions. Then she starts to lash out at me, calls me old, and insults me.
Did you get mad back at her?
I was actually upset with you because I thought you had said those things to her. But now that I know what's really going on, I have to admit, I'm a bit angry with her. She told me that I was forcing my opinions on you about the dresses, and because of me, you were forcing her to wear a modest 8-line dress. Then she claimed I was manipulating you to get what I want.
No way, I can't believe she said that to you. I really don't get what she's thinking sometimes.
I actually believed her at first, and thought that you were just being stupid or something. Now, what in the world am I going to do with that girl? She insulted me for no reason.
Mom, please, just calm down. Despite all the things that happened today, she really is a good person. She has done a lot for me, and I know she likes drama, but most of the time she's not like this, I swear. I'm sure all of the wedding planning is stressing her out. She shouldn't have taken that stress out on you or me, but I'm sure you can at least understand how stressful wedding planning is. I'm gonna go and talk to her now. I'll talk to you later.
Hi, Kelsey. It's been a while. I thought I should update you on a few things about the wedding. I have decided on the location and the church. The stained glass windows are so beautiful, and they have a lovely garden filled with all kinds of flowers. I also have my really cute ball gown dress that I decided on, and I just love it. I went with a pink sparkly champagne color.
Oh, I'm glad everything worked out for you. All of that sounds wonderful.
I'm also sorry about the way I acted before. It's just that I really didn't like the modest 8-line dress look.
Oh, I told you before that I didn't say anything about which dress you should and shouldn't wear. What you want for your wedding is what matters the most.
Really? Then, in that case, can you do a favor for Lucas? If you think that what I want on my wedding day matters the most, then what Luca wants matters too, right?
Yes, of course. What can I do for you two?
Don't come to the wedding. Lucas and I would like you to stay home. If you want to know how the wedding went, you can call Lucas right after everything is over and he'll tell you all about it.
Why? Is there a reason that I shouldn't attend my own son's wedding? I don't understand this.
It's because Lucas doesn't want a beaten-up old-looking hag to ruin the vibe of his wedding.
Excuse me? What did you just say?
Oh, it wasn't me who said that. It was Lucas. Although I have to admit, I have to agree with him. Lucas and I want our wedding to be youthful, gorgeous, and wonderful. Unfortunately, you are the exact opposite of those things. You're way too old to be at our wedding. With you there, you would outage the rest of our guests by like 20 plus years. The atmosphere in the room would just be completely off and wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Not really. How could you say that to me right before you marry my son?
This is what Lucas wants, and I did nothing but agree. But I knew you would be opposed to the idea. I tried to warn him. I'm really sorry, but we just can't have you there.
Really? Are you for real?
This must be really embarrassing for you, but you're about to be in your 60s if you already aren't. I can't tell. I know you are embarrassed about our decision, but if you love your son and have any respect for me, I'm sure you will do this for us. This is the one request that Lucas has for you on his wedding day. Don't you love and care about your son? So please do this for us, this one favor, and stay away from our wedding. You would only suck the life out of it.
Why do you think my age is such an issue? And don't tell me Lucas said that. I raised him and I know he would never say those things about me. I know that he is not embarrassed about me being there for him on his wedding day. This is about what you want, not him.
There are going to be issues if you refuse to do this one simple favor for us. Perhaps you're starting to struggle with understanding things these days due to your age. You should see a doctor about it.
Real cute. I assure you, there's nothing wrong with my ability to understand things.
Just try to think a little harder, okay? Why in the world would a woman in her 60s even think about going to a youthful wedding?
Because it's my son's wedding.
It doesn't matter. Lucas always makes fun of you behind your back, you know? You're way too trusting of him. Just yesterday, he was making jokes about you and how you could be his grandma. Just keep this embarrassment to yourself instead of putting it all on Lucas on his wedding day. Don't be selfish.
You keep saying all these hurtful things and making fun of me, but I know damn well that Lucas would never say those things. Only a troubled girl like you would think to say such childish things. I can't even imagine him saying something like that.
I know this is hard for you to take in. I get that. I'm saying all of these things on Lucas's behalf because he doesn't have the guts to actually tell you how he really feels about you. That's why you're so convinced he respects you so much.
This is just ridiculous. I know you're lying.
I'm being serious. It was too hard for him to tell you, so I'm saying it for him. So please, don't even think about showing up to her wedding. You really should have thought about giving birth to him at a younger age, but you chose to have a baby so late in life that you were a literal grandmother to your son. This is your fault for making that decision. Now Lucas has to live his life being embarrassed by you. Just don't go and save yourself the trouble. You're nothing but a nuisance to us.
I understand.
Good, because I also won't be giving you the address of the church. Even if you figure out where it is, I'll make sure security won't let you in.
Listen, Lola, I wasn't actually planning on going to the wedding in the first place.
Huh? But why?
I just never planned on going. You two can have fun and enjoy yourselves, though.
Wait, why are you saying that all of a sudden? Don't tell me that you seriously never plan on going to your own son's wedding.
Why are you so upset about me not going now? You should be happy. Isn't this what you wanted in the first place? I don't want to cause any problems by being the oldest one there anyway, so I planned on not going the moment you told me it was youth-themed, whatever that means. I'm also glad that you mentioned it first. I didn't know how to break it to both of you, but now I feel relieved.
I didn't know that you weren't planning on going. You're supposed to be crying in frustration right now. But you're actually happy about not going?
Why do you seem so shaken? Isn't this what you wanted?
This is not how it was supposed to go. You are supposed to be more upset. You're supposed to get on your knees and beg me to let you come to the wedding. So why the hell are you so calm? There's no way that you're actually okay with not going.
Is my decision really that troubling for you? You are a very strange girl.
So you're really not coming then? What kind of horrible mother are you? What about Lucas and his feelings? I know that deep down you're lying and just saying this to mess with me. You have to be.
My goodness. I'm telling you the truth. I never planned on going.
Seriously?
Why would I even want to attend a wedding I don't want to see? To be honest, I'm against this wedding because I don't approve of you for Lucas. But he's a grown man and he can make his own choices. Like I said, I wouldn't dream of influencing him about his wedding. It's too bad for you, though. I was going to pay for the wedding originally. $22,000 is a pretty big sum for a couple of young newlyweds. But I'm not going to pay for a wedding that I don't approve of. I'm sure you will do just fine paying for it on your own.
What? 22 grand? So, you were lying then. You were going to go, but now you're not, just to spite me? See? You are an evil woman.
So what? Anyway, I was going to be generous and pay for everything to try and help you guys out. But you seem to really dislike me being involved and don't want me to even go, so why should I have to pay for everything? I also know very well that Lucas doesn't have that kind of money, so what are you going to do then? You can pay for it, right? I should be saving my money for my retirement and medical bills since I'm so old. Don't you agree? So, go ahead and do as you please.
But
I also did research on the prices of everything. You just had to pick the most expensive location to have a wedding, huh?
how do you know the location?
Lucas already told me where the wedding was and how excited he was to have me there. So I knew you were lying about everything. Maybe your parents can help you, because I'm not giving you a single cent of my money.
You're lying.
This is called karma, sweetie. Who do you think was paying for everything this whole time? The money fairy?
No, I didn't mean to be rude to you at all. I'm sorry if things seem that way, but please help me pay for the wedding.
I wasn't born yesterday. I've dealt with people like you a few times in my life. You try to act kind on the outside, but on the inside you are a selfish and manipulative brat. You will do anything to get your way.
What? Why would you say something so horrible to me?
I thought we had the kind of relationship where we could be honest with each other. You've said plenty of horrible things to me, at least. Anyway, have fun at your wedding. If there are any other people there who feel the same way you do about old people, then I'd rather not associate with that type of crowd. Good thing you didn't reserve me a seat.
Mom, why aren't you at the wedding? You were supposed to be here a long time ago. Everything is about to start and you're still not in your seat? Are you okay?
Oh, Lola didn't tell you? She called me up and told me that you two didn't want me at the wedding because I'm too old. I didn't want to ruin your big day, so I'm staying home, as requested.
What the? Mom, what are you even talking about? Of course I want you here to see me get married.
That's strange, because Lola told me all about your true feelings. She said that since you think I'm such an old hag, I'd only embarrass you by going to the wedding. She told me that if I really loved and cared about you, that I wouldn't go, although I was upset. I did stay home for your happiness.
What the hell? How could she say something like that?
I'm sorry. I didn't know that deep down you felt that way about me and didn't have the courage to tell me. Lola also told me that old woman like me shouldn't be going to a gorgeous and youthful-themed wedding since I don't fit into those categories. I really did want to go and see you get married. That's any mother's dream. But it is also a good mother's responsibility to know her place, too.
Hold on a second, Mom. I never said those things. I can't believe it. She really is trying to secretly tear us apart.
It certainly seems so. She made it clear that I was not invited to the wedding. I didn't want to show up and embarrass you two. The last thing I want to do is ruin your big day.
Why would she even say that to you? I'm literally livid right now. Mom, I love you and you have nothing to be embarrassed about. There is no way I would ever say those things about you. And why the hell didn't Lola invite you to the wedding? She's crossed the line. I am done. I need to go and talk to Lola right now. Screw this wedding.
Kelsey, please hurry up and come to the wedding right now. Everything is a mess. I need you to come and calm Lucas down. He stopped everything right in the middle of my wedding and went off on me in front of everyone.
Oh no, I wonder why.
He said that he can't be with someone who says hurtful things to his mother. He said that in front of all of our friends and family and completely dumped me. He won't even listen to anything I have to say.
Sorry, Lola. Lucas gets like that when he's upset. When he makes up his mind and is angry, he never goes back on his word. After what you did, it seems like you lost him forever. Ugh, you don't deserve him anyway.
He caused a whole scene and embarrassed me in front of everyone. How could he do that to me? Hurry up and come to the wedding. I need you to fix everything. I think you might be able to talk some sense into him and get him to come back to me.
You're ridiculous. You really want me to go to your wedding now? As if I would want to fix things and have my son be with someone like you in the first place.
Why are you being so mean?
I talked to Lucas and told him everything you said, and he did not like the things you said to me. I can tell you that. What a shame. Even when you got everything you wanted and were wearing your dream dress, everything just fell apart. You so desperately wanted me to stay away from your wedding. This is what you get for being a horrible person.
But it's my wedding day!
It was supposed to be, at least. You did this all to yourself. Things would have been different if you were just nice to me.
No, I'm not really that kind of person. I've just been under a lot of stress lately. Please just come here and fix everything. I don't want to lose Lucas.
But Lola, sweetie, he has already left you. There's nothing I can do to help you.
No, please. I'm sure there is something you can do to save this. You are the reason why he's leaving me in the first place.
Nope, he's leaving you because of your actions, not because of me. Hopefully this will be a good lesson for you.
I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I shouldn't have treated you the way I have up until now, so please, I'm begging you. I had my whole future planned out with Lucas and what our future family would be like. I also promised to be the best daughter-in-law from now on, I swear!
I'm sorry, Lola, but you should have thought about all of that sooner. I'm just too old for this kind of drama. I can't help you. I wouldn't be able to fix anything anyway. I'm just an old hag and don't understand how young lovers' quarrels go these days.
No, don't say that.
Just go and be your disgusting, selfish self in someone else's family. We don't have any room in our family for someone like you. Goodbye, Lola. After Lucas stopped the wedding, Lola was desperate to get him back. She ran after him and begged him to forgive her, with makeup and tears running down her face. She said she only did what she did because she wanted him for herself. Lucas told her one last time that he was done with her, and then he walked away as she fell to the floor in her ball gown dress. Because her actions directly caused the relationship to fall apart, Lola was responsible for paying for all of the wedding expenses. As soon as it was decided, Lola got desperate to find another man so that she could have him pay off the bills for her. However, every man she tried to be with realized what she was trying to do, and she soon found herself alone and on her own. She's now living with her parents and working for the first time in her life, struggling to pay off the wedding bills every month. Lucas ended up finding someone new, and they quickly fell in love. 2 years later, they were planning their wedding. I love my new daughter-in-law. She is the complete opposite of Lola. Naturally, I was invited to that wedding. In fact, I sat up front. I'm so happy my son gets to live life with the woman of his dreams.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content. Ta-da! I've got some big news for you today, Janet. You're not gonna believe this. It's my pleasure to announce that as of today, I, Linda, and your ex-boyfriend Danny are officially getting married.
What? Are you serious?
I sure am. Danny said he couldn't wait to see how I'd look in a wedding dress. I know it's kind of short notice, but we decided to have the wedding next month.
Wait, hold on for just a second. Are you two seriously getting married next month?
Right on the money. I wouldn't have put in all the effort of stealing him from you if I wasn't serious about him after all.
I thought you just did that to torture me like you usually do. You always steal my boyfriends and then dump them once you get bored of them. And now not only are you keeping this one for more than a few weeks, but you're actually going to marry him?
Well, yeah. I guess I have done that a couple times. But Danny's different. He's totally my type. So I was actually hoping things would turn out like this right from the start. Thanks for introducing us to each other, sis. You're the best. You're like our own personal Cupid.
You've got to be kidding.
So, of course, because we owe so much to you, I wanted to be sure to invite you to our wedding. But then again,
You probably don't want to go to your ex-boyfriend's wedding, right? Obviously not. Even imagining what you two would look like up on the altar is enough to make me want to puke. No worries then. I won't even bother sending you a written invitation in that case. There's no sense in forcing you to come if you don't want to be there. No hard feelings. Wait, really? Are you sure? Yeah, totes. I mean, I totally get it. Watching your ex get married to your sister sounds like it'd be a total nightmare. I'd never want to put you through something that harsh, sis. Wow. I'm actually surprised. I was sure you'd be begging and pleading with me to show my face there whether I wanted to or not. Well, if you change your mind, you're always welcome. I know you might get depressed seeing us though, so come at your own risk. I'm sure we'll be positively glowing, so you'll have to be careful not to go blind staring at us for too long. Then again, maybe that'd help you rub out any last bits of lingering attachment you might have to him. Excuse me? What makes you think I still have feelings for that jerk? I'm real sorry, sis. I mean, after I went and stole away your boyfriend, I'm gonna end up marrying him. You're turning 30 this year, right? I'm sure you were hoping you were the one who'd be up on the altar saying your vows. But then I came along and just ruined everything, didn't I? My bad. For some reason, I don't get the impression that you're actually apologizing right now. No, I mean it. I'm really, genuinely sorry. Sorry that you ended up being a stepping stone for me while I was chasing my own happiness. No hard feelings, I hope. I can't believe you. I get to marry, like, the cutest guy ever. And all my bestest friends are gonna be there at the wedding, too. I'm seriously the happiest girl in the whole world right now. Sorry I ended up being so much happier than you, sis. I hope you can forgive me. So, I heard from Linda that she told you about our wedding plans, huh? Yeah, I'm pretty serious about her. Sorry you and I didn't work out, though. I don't buy for even a second that you actually mean that. Spare me the half-hearted apologies, please. Hey, you don't gotta hate me just because your little sister ended up sweeping me away from you. Even if you and I aren't dating anymore, I'll be your brother-in-law before too long. Let's do our best to get along with each other, alright? Sure thing, Dan. As your new little brother, I'll be praying for your future happiness, you know? I'm sure you'll find a decent guy to settle down with eventually. Linda told me how she ended up stealing all of your old boyfriends from you. At least you won't have to worry about that anymore now that she and I are tying the knot. In a way, you should be even happier about our marriage than we are. Oh, give me a break, you cheating jerk. How dare you say that to me after you cheated on me with my own little sister? And now you're seriously going to marry her? You are so unbelievable. Hey, I couldn't help it. What was I supposed to do? She made a pass at me first. Plus, she's way cuter than you, if you haven't noticed. Are you kidding me right now? I actually feel kind of bad for you, having a sister that has you so thoroughly beat in the looks department. I guess it's no surprise that all of your ex-boyfriends ended up drifting her way. Sucks to be you. Wow. I had no idea you were such a shallow jerk. I guess it was for the best that we broke up after all. I wouldn't have wanted to find out you were actually like this after we married. I feel like I dodged a bullet. That reminds me. Let's make sure all of our accounts are settled before your wedding, okay, Danny? What do you mean by that? I loaned you a lot of money during the time we were dating. I'm asking you to pay all of it back now. I helped you pay for your rent and groceries after you got fired from your last job, among other things in case you forgot. In total, it was about $20,000, so I'd appreciate it if you could get that back to me sooner rather than later. Wait, for real? I also covered your car insurance and repair bills, your health insurance, your electricity, and water bills. The list goes on, but you get the idea. Don't tell me you've conveniently forgotten about all of that. Did you think I was doing all of that for you for free? I've kept records of all of it, so don't try to lowball me either. I know exactly how much you owe me, so you better give it back right away. Be glad I'm not charging you interest on any of it. Well, obviously I'd love to pay you back, but you're gonna have to be a little more patient, okay? It's not like it was a loan, right? I didn't think interest was ever even a possibility. You've never even pressed me on this before now. I always intended to pay you back, of course, but why the rush all of a sudden? That's because I was still dating you at the time. Things are different now. I trusted you as my boyfriend, so I didn't feel like there was any pressure as to when you might be able to pay me back. Now that you've broken that trust, I feel like I have to be more proactive to make sure I get that money back in a timely fashion. Pay me back my money first, and then you can focus all your attention on planning your little wedding party. Well, as much as I'd like to, there's a bit of a problem there, Jan. We've already scheduled the wedding for next month, and those aren't exactly cheap to plan, you know. I'm barely skirting by as it is here. That doesn't sound like it's my problem. You should focus on clearing your debt with me before you think about spending your money on anything else. Look, I promise I'll pay you back eventually, okay? Let's leave it at that for now, okay? I've got a lot of planning to do. Talk to you later. Bye. Wait just a second, Dan. We aren't done here yet. At least tell me when you'll be able to pay me back before you bail on me like that. I swear I'll pay you back as soon as I can. I don't know exactly when that'll be yet, but I promise it'll happen. Just sit tight, okay? I can't believe you actually wound up coming to your ex-boyfriend's wedding. I had no idea you were that much of a masochist, sis. I never would have been able to do that. Not in a million billion years. I beg your pardon. But I guess you were able to get over that so you could come see your own little sister get married, right? It makes me so happy that you do that just for me. Thank you so much, Jan. I was so moved when I heard you were actually coming. I went and reserved the best seat in the house for you. You'll be sitting front and center, right where you'll have the best view of all the action. Make sure the image of us sharing the happiest moments of our lives is burned into your eyes forever. Okay? Hold on a second. You seem like you've misunderstood me. I may be here at the wedding hall, but I'm not here to celebrate your holy union or anything like that. I don't need my seat reserved. Go ahead and give it to somebody else. Mom, Dad, one of your friends, or whoever. I don't care. What? You came all the way here and now you're acting like you didn't come to see the wedding ceremony? Are you trying to pretend like it doesn't bother you that we're getting married? Because it's pretty obvious that you're just faking it. Is it now? Oh, I'll bet you just came because you wanted to see how good Danny looks in a tuxedo. I can't say I blame you. He does look pretty sexy. But really, you can't be thinking about your future brother-in-law like that, sis. You're getting carried away again, Linda. I didn't come here to see you or Danny. I told you that the tough girl act wasn't gonna work, sis. Why would you come to our wedding if you didn't want to see us? I know you're mad at him for cheating on you, and mad at me for stealing him, but I'm sure you still got feelings for him, right? Yeah, no. That's not true at all. Don't be dishonest now. It's not anything to be ashamed of. But you've got to understand that Danny is all mine now, okay? You can pout and cry all you want, but I'm not giving him back. Like I've been saying, I don't want him back. You can keep him. Maybe it'd be better if you weren't here after all. It'd be a shame if you ruined the ceremony by fainting in the middle of our kiss or something. You should get a head start on looking for a new man already. The sooner you move on from Danny, the sooner you can move on with your life, you know? Don't you think it's a bit sad to still be obsessing over your ex after he's got a new girl? Linda, I don't give two hoots about you or Danny. You can both have each other. I'm not here for the wedding. You're still saying that? You've been jumping to all sorts of conclusions and ignoring everything I've been trying to say. How many times are you going to make me repeat myself? I don't have any lingering feelings for Danny. The only reason I came here is to get back the money he owes me. I heard that his parents were giving him $10,000 in cash as a wedding gift, which should cover about half of his debt. He can pay back the rest later, but I'll be taking that for now, and then I'll be on my way. What? What do you mean you'll be taking that? That's our wedding gift. And what's all this about him owing you money anyway? What are you talking about, Janet? Danny mooched a lot of money off of me while we were dating. After we broke up, I tried getting him to pay me back, but he made up some excuse for why he couldn't pay me back right away. He never called or texted me after that, and I was starting to wonder if he had forgotten that he still owed me money. I figured that if he was that determined to ignore me, I had no choice but to force my way in here and demand my money back when I knew he'd be able to deliver. Mooching off of you? I never heard a single word from him about any of that. Well, after the wedding, you two can have a long conversation about all of his financial troubles. I have a whole mountain of papers proving every time that he borrowed money from me. I made photocopies of them that I can show you if you don't believe me. You can't be serious right now. You're just messing with me, right? Are you saying he's seriously in that much debt to you? Is Danny seriously in that much trouble with his money? Well, he was when he was unemployed, at least. He managed to find a new job eventually, though. Wait, what are you talking about? What do you mean, when he was unemployed? I thought Danny's been working at the same company ever since he graduated college. What made you think that? Well, that's what he told me. He said he's been working at the same company for the last 10 years, and so his salary is really good after all the raises and promotions he's gotten. He's supposed to be in line to take over as one of the managers any day now. He's always had a knack for exaggerating things, I guess. He's only been working his current job for the last 2 years. And it wasn't like he transferred there. He got fired from his old job and had to start working there from scratch. Wait, seriously? Obviously, he's just a rank-and-file office worker. The managers are all a fair bit older than him. He'd always complain about his work, so I doubt he's been rising through the ranks or anything like that. I can't believe it. That doesn't sound like what he told me at all. Well, you can ask him about that after the wedding ceremony, too, if you want. All I care about is getting back the money he owes me. As soon as that's taken care of, I'll be out of your hair. Enjoy your wedding, okay? Oh, wait, just hang on a second, sis. You can't just help yourself to our wedding gift like that. Whatever debt Danny might owe you, that's our money. You can't just walk up and take it. It doesn't matter if he's your ex. Keep your hands off of our money. But if I didn't get my money back now, I have no way of knowing if he'll ever pay me back at all. When you borrow money from someone, you have to pay it back in a timely manner, you know? Well, you should have known better than to lend money to someone that you knew wouldn't be able to pay it back. So leave our gift money alone. How does that make any sense? When people lend money to their boyfriends or girlfriends, they don't actually expect them to pay it back. So what you're doing is actually super unreasonable. You can't force us to give you our money. If you wanted your money that badly, you shouldn't have lent it to him in the first place. I see. So that's how your twisted logic works, huh? In that case, why don't I just tell all the other wedding guests about this? What? I wonder how they'll react when I tell them the groom borrowed money from me without ever intending to pay me back. How he came up with excuse after excuse and eventually ghosted me before abruptly inviting me to his wedding. I doubt most of them would want anything more to do with you two after hearing about that. Well, talking about all of a sudden, sis? All of my best friends are here. They wouldn't all just abandon me over something like that. Right? I've known these girls since kindergarten. But don't you think this would give them a good reason to break off your friendship? I'm sure they'd say, "Thank goodness I didn't bring a gift of my own. I'll just help myself to all the free food and drinks here, then break things off with the both of them." No way! As the bride in the middle of all this excitement, you might not have noticed, but there's been a bit of a fuss at the reception desk since earlier this morning. It sounds like none of the friends you invited brought any wedding gifts. Wait, what? Nobody brought any gifts? Are you serious? Isn't it common sense to bring a gift when you're invited to a wedding? Normally, sure. But I heard some of them saying, the bride said that we didn't have to bother bringing any gifts today. What? I never said anything like that. Well, I wasn't the only one you made a habit of stealing boyfriends from, right? And you'd borrow money and other things from them without giving it back too. Eventually, they got tired of you, so you apologized by saying, "You won't have to bring anything to my wedding, so let's put all this behind us." You're kidding me. They seriously all came to my wedding without bringing anything? Don't you remember? They said you said that around the time you all graduated college. Though it sounded like you haven't been in touch with most of them since then. Well, yeah, I guess I remember saying something like that. But that was years ago. And no one said anything about not bringing gifts when I sent out the invitations. I thought that all that stuff from our school days was just water under the bridge. Well, they all ended up coming even though you haven't spoken in years. Maybe they thought that by inviting them, you were finally ready to pay them back, and they'd be the ones getting gifts. What the heck? But since that's obviously not the case, they'll probably lose their patience pretty quickly. I'm sure this is going to be an unforgettable wedding for the both of you. Well, I hope you and your new husband enjoy the fruits of what being a pair of moochers gets you. I personally won't be able to bear to watch it, so I'll just be heading home after I get my money back. Take care now! Janet, what is your problem? You totally ruined the entire wedding. You just waltzed off with our wedding gift from our parents. And none of Linda's friends even applauded once during the ceremony. They just helped themselves to the food and drinks and then went home without even talking to us. The bill for the catering came out at over $6,000. What are we supposed to do now? Most of that doesn't sound like it has anything to do with me. I didn't even talk to Linda's friends. However they behaved is none of my business one way or the other. You encouraged them to act that way, didn't you? You told them to do whatever they could to ruin the wedding. Linda's been in tears, going on about how she never thought they were even capable of acting like that. Well, even nice girls like them have their breaking points, you know. They were just returning the favor for how she treated them during their school years. I don't have anything to do with it. I didn't even speak to any of them today. How dare you say that? By the way, I told her the truth of your spotty employment history. It seemed like you had given her the totally wrong idea. It seemed like it was quite the shock for her, but I'm glad she knows now that you're married. You were the one who told her that. You have no idea how badly she took it. We've barely been married for 2 hours and she's already talking about getting a divorce. She said she'll only stay with me if I can get myself lined up to take over a management position for real. Wow, so she's actually still giving you a chance? I guess even she can be the patient type when she wants to be. I didn't think she had it in her. As if I can actually do that. The chances of me actually moving up in the workplace are lower than ever now that you've taken away the money I was supposed to get from my parents. Can you please just give it back for a while longer? I promise I'll pay you back someday. I haven't forgotten the rest of my debt either. I'll pay it all back. I just really need that $10,000 right now, so please give it back. What the heck are you talking about? What does the $10,000 from today have to do with you climbing the corporate ladder? Well, I wanted today to be really special, so I kind of went all out and spent all my money on the wedding. But the thing is, my pay at this job I'm working really isn't great, even after 2 years. So I ended up taking out a loan to help pay for it. Wow. Really? And I kind of already told them that I'd pay them back in full by the end of the day today. But you walked off with the money from my parents, and we didn't even get any gifts from anyone we invited. There's no way I'll be able to come up with the money by myself. So please, just give back the $10,000. Forget it. Why don't you just make up some excuse and avoid ever having to pay them back? That seemed to work out for you with me, at least for a while. That's not really an option this time. I borrowed the money from that much money finance place. If I don't pay them back, I'll have to flee the country. No way. Those guys' name has been all over social media as a super sketchy money lending operation. Aren't they basically loan sharks? What the heck were you thinking borrowing money from them? Well, back when I was unemployed, I took out a lot of credit card loans from different banks. I ended up blacklisted after I didn't pay them back, so I couldn't get any money from any of the more legit places. Oh, that's right. I forgot about your whole credit card phase. I remember you used to carry around like a dozen of them in your wallet. So I really had no choice but to go to Much Money. But now I won't be able to pay them back today like I said I would. I've heard rumors that if you don't pay them back, they'll send thugs to your workplace to get the money one way or another, whether it's from you or your boss. If that ends up happening, I can kiss any hopes of ever getting promoted goodbye. And in that case, Linda will divorce me just like she said she would. I see. A real domino effect, huh? So please, please give me the money back. I swear on my life that I'll pay it all back. I'll even add in interest. So please just do me this one favor. I'll never ask anything of you again. All right. If that's all true, then I'll give you your money back. Really? But you'll have to wait a bit. I'll get it back to you as soon as I can. I don't know exactly when I'll be able to give it back to you, so just sit tight, okay? What? Just be patient, all right? I'll be taking my time thinking about what to do with all this money I just got. In the end, Linda and Danny only wound up getting a few $100s in gifts from some of Danny's extended family members. Thanks to Linda's friends' extravagant eating and drinking, the cost of the wedding far outweighed the value of the meager gifts. From what I heard, it sounded like the total amount that Linda had borrowed from her friends over the years came out to almost $30,000. When our parents heard this, they were outraged, but they promised they'd pay them all back promptly. Of course, they sent a bill for all of it to Linda and Danny's address, including the costs of the wedding and what Danny still owes me. Their total debt is close to $100,000 now. The day after the wedding, a couple of thugs representing Much Money Finance stormed into Danny's office. When he couldn't pay, they made a huge mess of the place and even shook down his boss. It didn't take long after that for them to fire him. I haven't heard from them since. But I heard from a mutual friend that they've both started working factory jobs recommended by the Much Money folks to pay off their debts. Thank you very much for watching the full video. If you liked this story, please let us know by leaving a like and telling us your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell for notifications. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video. Hey, Teresa. I will see you later tonight, right? Are you as excited as I am? At the Italian restaurant on Main Street? I hear the food there is amazing. Henry, I really am truly sorry, but you know I already told you many times before. There is no way that I can go out for dinner at a restaurant with a client. It's just not professional. I'm sorry. Well, then how about we put business aside and just grab a bite together to eat as a potential couple? How about a date night? Henry, I really do not feel comfortable doing that with you. And to be honest, I don't think we would stand a chance at dating anyway. Our lives, backgrounds, hobbies, they're all completely different. We have absolutely nothing in common. So let's just not even consider it anymore, okay? Oh, I see. Is that why you've been pushing me away and playing hard to get? Why do you think that we have to have anything in common? It's not like that is a qualifier or disqualifier in becoming someone's boyfriend or girlfriend. Besides, we can teach each other about our interests and stuff. It'll keep our relationship interesting.
Henry, please stop acting so naive. You're really acting like a child. It seems like you have been watching too many rom-coms lately. I enjoy meeting and working with you as my client, and that's the only kind of relationship I will have with you. You know very well how my family worked as servants for yours for generations. I was born dirt poor, and you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. And did you forget how your family fired my parents when we were kids? It was a really ugly breakup, and since then my family has been really struggling. Do you realize how awkward it would be for our two families to meet at parties and get-togethers? It is like Romeo and Juliet. It's not going to work.
I know. I know that the past is bad between our families, but I still can't help it. I have seriously completely fallen for you, Teresa, and I really do not care what our families think. After all, their past is not ours, is it? Nor are they to dictate our relationship. I love how you are so strong and confident. Your charms just drive me crazy every time I see you, and I can't wait to see you tonight. I will be waiting. 7 o'clock, okay? Ta-da! What do you think? Do you like it? Did I make a good choice?
Henry, what is this? A ring? You bought me a ring? Why?
My princess, you will marry me, won't you?
What? You're asking me to marry you?
Yes, Teresa. Let's stop this tiring push-and-pull relationship we have and just get married already.
Henry, please. Let's just stop this already. It's all going too far.
No matter how hard I try, I just can't get over you. I can see no other woman but you. I can't stop thinking about you. I'm really in love with you. Won't you please give me a chance to make you the happiest bride and wife in the world? Please say yes.
Henry, the fact that you like me so much is really flattering, but you know how much our families would oppose our marriage. Actually, she called me the day before yesterday and threw a fit at me. She told me that she wanted me to break up with you right away. She got so upset. I was afraid she was going to have a stroke or something.
Yeah, I am not surprised. My mom did the same thing. She even threatened to disown me. But Teresa, are you really going to let your parents dictate your entire life? I won't. This is my life, not my mom's. You are a shooting star to me, Teresa. A gem, a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. I don't care if my parents even disown me. I won't let you go. Please, accept my heart and sincere feelings for you.
Henry, are you really sure about this?
Quite a charming little snake you are, huh?
Excuse me?
Look at you, stealing my poor naive son's heart. You'll be the death of him. If you two don't call off this catastrophe and insist on going through with the ceremony, then I'm gonna throw myself right into the Mississippi and drown myself.
Meredith, the two of us truly love each other. I promise I will do my best to be a good daughter-in-law and will always help you in any way I can. Please let the past be the past and accept our marriage.
Huh! You don't love my son. I know exactly what you are trying to do. You're trying to take revenge on our family for your two good-for-nothing parents by stealing away our eldest son and our money. Well, I'm not going to let you get away with your nasty little scheme. It's not that easy.
What? Meredith, that is not at all true. I accepted Henry's proposal because I love him. It's not because of his money.
If you two go on and marry each other, I'll be taking all of Henry's money away from him. If you marry him, you marry me, and his fortune is all mine to begin with. You two will start out your lovey-dovey lives together with nothing. Have fun living in a cold box on the street, you conniving tramp. So, did you go to the hospital? What did they say? Is it a girl or a boy?
It's a girl, Meredith.
Ha! Is that so? She'll probably grow up to be a sneaky gold digger just like her own mother.
Meredith, please. Give it a rest already.
What does Henry think of this? You know, he said he always wanted to have sons.
Oh, really? Actually, he lit up with excitement when he found out we are having a girl. He said he was hoping we'd have a girl first.
That idiot. He is obviously still completely under whatever rotten spell you put on him. He's completely lost his mind. Well, too bad for you two. If you were having a son, I was planning on giving you some money and helping out in raising him. But since you're having a little mini-me tramp, I won't be giving you a single penny.
Mini-me tramp?
Meredith, how can you talk so harshly about your own grandchild? Did you know that Heather is pregnant too?
Oh, really? That's great.
Yes, she called earlier. Heather is having a son. So from now on, I will really have absolutely nothing to do with you, Henry, or that little witch you'll be having. I'll be giving all my money and attention to Heather and my second son, and their little prince.
Meredith, my baby and Heather's baby are both your grandchildren. How can you discriminate like that? You are such an upsetting woman.
Huh! You're saying that I am the upsetting woman here. All that your very existence has ever done to me has upset me. I have always accepted Heather and her family from the start. They are well known, have a wonderful history, and match my son and our family perfectly. The matchmaker really did well this time. Now Heather is even going to give me a grandson. Meanwhile, you are the complete opposite. You stole away my son for your filthy, lowly family's revenge. And now you aren't even having a son, but you're having another little witch to follow in your shameful footsteps. You and your family truly are good for nothing. And ever since my son met you, he's had bad luck. He's becoming good for nothing along with a lot of you.
Meredith, this isn't the 16th century. You're talking like you're stuck in some history book. Why is having a son so much more important than simply being blessed with a child?
Whatever. Anyway, you can forget about you three ever getting a single penny from me.
Hi, Meredith. Christmas Day is right around the corner. Would you like me to cook the ham and mashed potatoes again like last year?
Forget it. There'll be no reason for you to come to my house this year.
Oh, really? Why? Do you have plans to go elsewhere?
Hey, Teresa. I guess you didn't know. Our Matthew is going to be going to ski camp this winter. We decided to take Meredith and our father-in-law along with us to the resort it's being held at. The camp ends a couple days before Christmas, so the 5 of us will be staying there at the resort through the holiday. So you and Henry and Delilah can enjoy the holiday together, just the 3 of you at your house.
Oh, well, that sounds nice. I bet you'll have fun at the resort.
Yeah, well, it's been tiring taking Matthew to so many different camps and extracurricular activities lately. But at least this one, we can all go along and have a little vacation at a 5-star resort. It'll be so nice to have the grandparents come along too. Oh, right! Did you know that our Matthew skipped a grade and is moving on to 3rd grade after the winter break?
Oh, is that so? That's wonderful. Tell him congratulations for me.
Is Delilah still in 2nd grade?
Yes. She's been practicing her reading a lot lately. The teachers say she is doing much better.
Oh, wow. Is she still struggling with reading? Oh well, I guess that's the difference between free public schools and charter schools, huh? Within his first few months of 1st grade, our Matthew could already read a 4th grade level chapter book all by himself. He's reading Mandarin Chinese now, too. Oh well, that's all thanks to the fact that you sent him to foreign language camp last summer, too. He also learned Spanish there, didn't he? That Delilah is already falling way behind her schooling and all the other children her age. These days, everyone is sending their kids to camps and tutoring facilities, and having them do extracurricular activities. Kids like Delilah, who spend their days only going to those good-for-nothing free public schools, have no chance at a successful and fulfilling future. Is it true that Delilah hasn't gone to any camps or tutoring centers outside the public school system?
Yes, it is. We figure she is still young, and we don't want to force certain hobbies and subjects on her. We'd rather wait until she is old enough to tell us what she is interested in and wants to excel in. And to be honest, we are not in a financial situation for us to safely put out that kind of money right now.
That's right. Henry told me that the company he was working for went bankrupt and is completely finished. Has he been looking for a new job?
Yes, he has. It looks like he will be hired again soon by a much better company.
Oh, geez. You guys have really been through a lot of bad luck since your marriage. Mom, why don't you help them out a bit? Why should I do that? Teresa has her own parents. Why don't they help them? I told Henry and Teresa that from the day those two said I do, I would never help them in any way, shape, or form. On top of them going against my wishes, well, you gave me a grandson. Teresa gave me a good-for-nothing granddaughter. If you had gone off and married someone of your level and then come crawling back to me now, maybe I would have considered helping you out of charity. You should have just left my poor son alone.
It's all right. We'll get through this on our own with our own strength.
Of course you should do it yourself. You were working since you were a child, even when you should have been going to college. So you should be a pro by now at earning your own money, shouldn't you? Why don't you find yourself a job too and not put all the burden on my son? Good-for-nothing gold digger.
Meredith, we've arrived. Hi, Grandma. We're here. Happy birthday.
Why the heck are you all here? Mom, it's your 70th birthday. Of course we all had to come. No, you did not all have to come. Why the heck is your good-for-nothing little wench and your tramp of a wife here?
Excuse me?
How could you have such an ugly daughter? Why did she have to take after your hideous wife? Geez, Delilah. If your face is that ugly and you can't afford to fix it, you should at least put forth the effort to get that blob of a body you have into good shape. If I ran into you on the street while out with my friends, boy, would I be embarrassed.
OMG, Grandma. Outside looks are not important. It's what's inside that counts. Wherever I go, I make tons of friends, and I am so popular. I was raised to have a good heart and personality.
Huh, yeah, right. Is the good heart and personality gonna put food on the table? You're ugly and you suck at studying and getting good grades. You aren't even going to college.
Whatever. All you do well is reading books and taking tests. You're just a cold-hearted nerd and bully.
Yeah, so. By the way, didn't you drop out of college during your first semester? You barely graduated from that crappy public high school and barely got into such a low-level college. And you passed up the best chance you'd ever be eligible for. How are you gonna avoid living your life as a hobo? Oh my. Teresa, is it true that your daughter isn't attending college? Did she really drop out? Our Matthew already earned his bachelor's degree and is pursuing a master's. After that, he'll be earning his doctorate. How is Delilah going to be able to survive? Ugh. She is our family's embarrassment. A member of my blood dropped out and is not earning a degree at an Ivy League university. I just can't believe it. It's so disgraceful. How could she be one of our family? Meredith, a child takes after their mother or their father. You know it was a 50-50 chance from the start. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. And it looks like she is taking after her mom.
Hey, Grandma, Aunt Heather. Did you two, forget I was here or something? I might not have landed a lead role yet, but I've been pretty successful in musicals so far. I am even performing on Broadway now. I chose to pursue what I wanted. Besides, I can always go back and get a degree somewhere whenever and if ever I decide I want to. What is so special about going to a college for 4 years and earning a degree all predetermined by your parents and grandparents? And literally living their lives through yours?
It has been almost 6 years. I'll be getting my master's soon. After that, I will be studying for even longer and earning my doctorate.
Whatever. Be free and live your own life however you want to.
I'm going to an Ivy League school. I am receiving top scores and my GPA is 4.0.
Seriously? I feel sorry for you, really. I still cannot believe that you have been brainwashed by your family since you were a kid. You have no idea what you've been missing out of life. Well, okay then. Study hard, Mr. Doctorate. Hopefully you will realize one day that money, high GPAs, and Ivy League school degrees are not the most important things in life. Best of luck to you.
Huh. You have no idea. You were raised to be overjoyed and grateful about receiving a measly $10 bill. Have you ever even seen a Benjamin Franklin in person? Probably not. You're the one who does not realize what is most important here. Then again, I am very grateful your folks never had the money or motivation to send you to college. If you became a doctor or something, we'd all be doomed. Anyway, once I'm finished building my hospital, I'll be sure to hire you as the janitor. You have got a high school diploma, at least. That should be good enough to qualify for that type of low-level job. Oh, or actually, if you would like, I'll hire you to be on the construction crew first. I'll be in touch.
What the heck are you going on about? You just love to ramble on and run that conceited, idiotic mouth of yours all day long, don't you?
How dare you talk to my grandson in that way? You get out of here this instant! Yeah, you heard the birthday girl, right? Get out. Just the sight of your ugly mug makes me lose my appetite.
Delilah, I'm so sorry. You said you didn't want to go, but I talked you into it. They really are too cruel. It's like they're not even human. It's okay, Mom. No worries. It's not your fault. Just wait and see. I'll show them. I'll become way more successful and live a much happier and more fulfilling life than that stuck-up bookworm ever will. And I'll make sure I share all of my riches with you and Dad. I'll get our revenge. So don't worry about it anymore, Mom. My little Delilah, I'm so proud of you. When did you grow up so strong and so confident that you're able to comfort your mother like this? Since we weren't as well off as the other families, you lived such a difficult childhood. But look at you. You've still grown up so well. Thank you, Delilah. Hey, I'm the one who should be thanking you. You and Dad are the reason I am who I am today. Hey, Matthew! Is this you?
Is what me?
The guy in this vlog. Is it you?
Oh, you saw it. What do you think? Aren't you jealous?
So now you're doing what you really want to do, huh? Look at you bragging. Are you done being a little mama's boy?
Whatever. Is this all you're calling me about out of the blue? Yeah, sure, I'll brag about it. Unlike you, I'm handsome, good at studying, and I do well on social media now, too. You saw the view count, right? The entire world will be falling for me soon.
Look at you. Good for you.
Shall I brag some more? I not only got accepted to Harvard, but I also got accepted to the top neurosurgeon training program in the country. I know you're jealous.
Yeah, I saw you reveal your fake acceptance letter on your vlog. You're quite the attention seeker, huh? Making fake documents and then bragging about fake accomplishments.
Well, yeah. If you're an amazing guy like me, you have to catch people's attention and prove it.
Wow, that's rich.
Anyway, did you find a job somewhere yet? Come to think of it, you should try vlogging on YouTube too. You'd be the perfect comedian. You're ugly, fat, stupid, and didn't even go to college. I bet you'd get tons of views out of pity.
Shut up! Does your mom know about what you've been doing?
No, and there's really no reason for her to know, is there?
How about Grandma?
What's the use of her knowing about my private life? That'd just get annoying. Of course she has no idea either. Look at you. You're probably itchy to tell them and start a whole family drama.
If I wanted to do that, why would I tell them something good about you? Your channel is doing well, right? Why don't you just tell them about it? Why are you hiding it? Or is there something else within all your vlogging that you're trying to hide?
Like, what would I be trying to hide? I just don't feel like telling them about it. Jeez, just drop it. Anyway, Grandma is throwing a celebration for me to celebrate my graduation from Harvard. I bet she didn't invite you, did she?
Oh, really? No, I didn't hear anything.
Of course you didn't. It's obvious she would never throw a party and invite you and your parents to come. Why would she pay any attention to a college dropout like you? You couldn't even study well enough to finish a semester.
OMG, it's not that I couldn't study, it's that I chose not to.
Yeah, right, okay, whatever. I'll be building a hospital within the next few years, so be on the lookout for those job offers from me.
You're such a jerk.
I am way above you. So from now on, let's pretend we're not related, even if we run into each other on the street, okay? And stop watching my vlog. It's too good for you. Even if I lose you as a viewer, there are plenty of others to take your place. Hi, Meredith. We're here. What? Why the hell are you worthless leeches here this time?
Hi, Grandma. I heard you're throwing a graduation party for Matthew today, so we all came. You got anything good cooking in the oven?
Who the hell invited you?
Oh, you didn't know? Matthew invited us.
What? Why would I do that? I did not invite them. Well, Meredith, they came all the way here. Let's let them stay and eat quietly. We can set up the folding table for them and eat separately. What a way to ruin a perfectly good party. I heard you're still doing musicals and not going to college. Oh, that girl is such a good-for-nothing waste of space, really.
Hey, Grandma. Are you all done eating? Did you enjoy your meal?
What's it to you? If you're finished eating, leave here this instant. Get out!
Oh, but Grandma, I have something to tell you.
The star of today's party is Matthew. Why should I give any attention to you?
Oh, but I think you really should see this.
Oh, fine. What is it?
It's Matthew's reality show. AKA, it's his vlog.
Hey, what are you doing?
First, take a look at this.
What? That's Matthew's acceptance letter to Harvard. Why do you have that?
Yep, but if you take a good look at it, you'll notice something. It's fake!
Stop talking nonsense. There's no way that is fake.
You really raised your son well, Aunt Heather. This whole time, your son has been pretending to go to Harvard and even pretending to get accepted into a neurosurgeon program, all while being a YouTube vlogger instead.
What? Matthew, what is she saying? Explain this to me. Hey, Delilah, has jealousy driven you out of your mind? My son was accepted into, has been attending, and has just graduated from Harvard University. I paid the tuition myself. How could he ever have been lying about this?
Check the bank account number you sent all the so-called tuition to. You'll find out that it's a fake account.
What? No way. That's impossible. You conniving little pest. What do you think you're doing right now? Delilah! Stop it right now!
Stop! I'm just getting started. Take a look at these photos for me of your precious golden boy.
Oh my god. This is ridiculous. You're saying this is our Matthew? It can't be.
It definitely is. There he is drinking and playing around with all those girls. Oh, and in one of those, you'll see he's smoking some pretty illegal stuff.
No, this must have been photoshopped. You fabricated this. Our son is a model student. He would never go around boozing, doing drugs, and partying with girls. Matthew, say something. Explain this to me this instant.
You always trusted and held so much pride in your little golden child. Looks like that's all changing now. It looks like the boy you raised up to know nothing but grades and money turned out to be just a gangster and playboy in the end. There's definitely some illegal activity going on in these photos. I guess, as a good citizen, I should report this to the police.
Oh my god. No! Delilah! Please, not the police! Matthew, say something!
Obviously, he's been caught red-handed. He's probably speechless. Or maybe he wet himself and is off changing his diaper?
I can't believe you're doing this.
You were bragging and pretending to be such a wonderful model student. How long did you actually expect all of these lies to stay hidden?
Come here, you little wench! You're dead!
Oh my, it looks like you want to add aggravated assault to your criminal charges. I know you've become violent and all, so I already reported everything to the police. They'll be here soon, so be a good boy for once and follow the officer's directions and answer all their questions, okay? Take your time rotting away in jail, too.
What? You told the police? How dare you?
Get it together, Grandma. If you don't, you might just lose all of your precious assets, too. Is it true that most of your money is connected to a scam?
Oh my god. I think I'm going to faint. I can't breathe.
I might not have the sharpest tools in this shed, but I've got plenty of connections. I had some of my good friends look into it. Boy, did they find some dirt! And it dates all the way back to when you were in your 20s, too. Was that during the Ice Age or the Bronze Age?
How dare you! I'll sue you, you little troublesome termite!
Really? And with what money will you do that? But don't worry, Grandma. I'm sure you'll have even more company while you are rotting away in jail.
What the hell do you mean by that?
It looks like not only will your grandson be joining you, Aunt Heather will most likely be joining the two of you in this slammer.
What? And what in the world brings you to that idiotic conclusion?
According to me and my squad's findings, it looks like you were in on some of those scams.
Oh my god. Mom, is that true?
Well, that's all I came here to do today. Mom, Dad, let's go home.
So you were investigating all of that this whole time?
Yep, that's correct. If I tried to get everyone together on some random day, do you think they would have all come? Not a chance. None of them would have. So I had to use the party thrown by Grandma to spill the beans. It's a small victory for you two.
So, knowing all this, you just sat there and put up with their insults and held it in the whole time?
Yep, and boy was it worth it. Don't you think? I'm used to all of their insults anyway. They don't faze me. They say all those things because they're all still insecure about themselves even with all that filthy money.
I could barely sit there and take their cruelty. You're really something special, Delilah. But how did you even find all of that stuff out about your cousin? It was surprising enough that you knew all about your grandmother's scamming.
All of my friends helped me find out about that one too. Matthew's idiotic videos got so many views, there wasn't a single friend of mine who hadn't seen it. And then my friends were able to help me do some undercover work for that case as well. One of my friends is really close to a girl that works at one of the strip bars he went to often. She was able to take photos and stuff. She even seduced him, got him drunk, and recorded him going on on proudly about all the crimes he was committing. It looks like Heather and your grandma really raised a rotten apple through their obsessions with money and rank. Yep, they were completely calmed by him. So much for being the favorite golden boy. But Mom, you saw Grandma and Heather's faces, right? Were their expressions priceless? Oh yes, I definitely saw and can still picture them now. Their faces went pale as ghosts and their eyes got so big I thought they might pop right out of their ugly faces. It was so hard to hold in my laughter. I just barely held it in. Well, anyway, I'm so glad we don't have to hear about them going on and on about that little twerp anymore.
Yeah, looks like you really took care of your mom and I this time, sweetie. We love you so much.
After that, Matthew went to prison to pay for all of his crimes. Meredith is so distraught about the whole thing. She's been bedridden in jail ever since. Heather is currently undergoing treatment for severe depression, so she is not bunking with her dear mother-in-law at the correctional facility. The most recent news on the street is that she is currently spending her sentence at a mental institution. In other words, that side of the family is completely ruined beyond repair. Thus, we pretend that we simply are not at all related to them and plan to continue doing so. As for my smart and talented baby girl, she finally got a lead role in a Broadway musical and is even in the running for a Tony Award. What a little spitfire she is, isn't she? We're so proud of her. She says she will keep working hard to give her father and me the life we deserve. Such a sweet daughter, isn't she? I'll be looking forward to it in her acceptance speech. Thanks for watching and listening to our story. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more.